Very nice to meet you.
Hello.
Hello. Very nice to meet all of
Nice
you.
to meet you too.
Okay. We had a historian from DC that came up, and he was telling us that not a single vehicle made it out of the Chozon, which I did not know. He said, you know, of course it was a terrible battle, but the fact that not a single vehicle made it out was kind of disturbing to me. And the other thing is that I was shocked when they came to brief us. I kept wanting to know how much of Jack they found, and it turns out they found, I believe it was a left tibia is all that was found. And they said that the North Koreans, they don't have any information on, he came back in the 50 boxes that that President Trump and the Korean dictator had agreed to. But there were some, I guess right after the war in 1953, they returned remains to China and also to the U.S. And a lot of those were buried in the Punch Bowl in Hawaii. And we actually made a trip last year. 2 years ago. And visited because we had gotten a message from an individual that said there was a possibility Jack was buried, and we got all kinds of information. These were some of the bodies that came back in 1953, and they did the autopsies in Japan, and most of those bodies were pretty much intact. But when I approached the Army about having him exhumed, they now have a program where they are exhuming all of the veterans, POWs or whatever, from the Punch Bowl. But something that they did start doing is they started sending, I don't know if they're still doing it, but they're sending kits out.
Yeah.
And so both of their children, both at the funeral, were saying, I am so glad, because when that package came to Mom, both sides kept saying, we kept telling them, you've got to do this, you've got to do this. And
right. That's the important.
Each of them, there are American survivors who talk about how bad that those Chinese soldiers had it. They said it was as bad as the American soldiers had it. Said they had it worse, much worse.
Right.
Because they were just cannon fodder.
Yeah.
They just kept throwing them, a suicide mission for them, but they kept forcing. And if they tried to retreat, their officers would shoot them.
Right. Right.
Sure, and they drove to bomb, saver.
Yeah.
That one is
When you were little?
I was saver,
Wow.
and then so many killed
Yeah.
to the North Korean army, like this. Very, very fast. And the people boost up.
I cannot say cheese, right?
We're smiling whether you like it or not.
It will be the same. Good mask.
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you, and thank you
sir,
so
much.
much.
Thank you.